What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and if you're enjoying the content here on my channel, then make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit subscribe so you can help decide what direction the content on my channel goes in the foreseeable future. Why, hello there. This is my sexy voice. Yes, it is. That oh so sexy voice of Rob. Morgan Freeman, eat your heart out. You got nothing on me, old man. Titty sprinkles. What's going on, guys? So we are doing another video on how to kill superheroes, and in this video we're focusing on the Incredible Hulk. Now, having said that, I have run a poll. Well, it'll actually probably be too late by the time you guys see it, but maybe it'll still be up, I'm not sure. But I have a poll on Twitter on how, what my next choice should be, and I think it's Shazam or Captain Marvel, depending on what you decide to call him, Thor or Dr. Manhattan. So feel free to post down in the comments section which one you think I should do, Thor, Shazam, or Dr. Manhattan, because I'm kind of curious. And so if you've been reading Civil War II, you probably know that the Incredible Hulk's alter ego, Bruce Banner, was recently killed by a Hawkeye when he shot him with an arrow. So, that happened about 4 months ago, and it was pretty well publicized. And so it really seems, just by that killing the Incredible Hulk would be a no-brainer. Just wait until he's back to Bruce Banner and then kill him. However, for the purpose of this video, we're going to assume that we're not lucky enough to just stumble upon the Incredible Hulk while he's in his Bruce Banner form and get the drop on him. Instead, we're going to put ourselves in the worst case situation, and we're going to assume that he's already transformed into the Incredible Hulk. Now, the fact that Banner is so vulnerable does give us an option on how to take the Hulk. If there were a way to force the Hulk to transform back into Banner, then the battle becomes easily winnable. But is that possible? Well, in Incredible Hulk number 250, under the writing of Bill Mantlo, we saw the Silver Surfer use the power cosmic to sap the gamma radiation from Hulk's cells, which causes him to transform back into Banner. And so we know that it's possible to transform the Hulk back into Banner if one possesses something as powerful as the power cosmic. Now, at the conclusion of the World War Hulk storyline and World War Hulk number 5, we also see another example of Hulk being forced back into Banner when Tony Stark uses a system of satellites that he developed to siphon the gamma radiation from the Hulk and take him from his Worldbreaker form all the way back down to his human form and render him unconscious in the process. So we see from these two examples that it is possible to neutralize the gamma radiation in the Hulk cells and force him to transform into Banner, and ideally, that is the method that you would use if you wanted to kill the Hulk. However, let's make this more interesting and let's assume that we don't have access to any means to get Hulk back to his Banner form and have to face him in his Hulk form. So the question becomes, what makes the Hulk hard to kill? Well, as we stated earlier, the Hulk is one of the strongest characters in the Marvel Universe. Due to his exposure to gamma radiation, his cells have been altered in such a way that allows him to become increasingly stronger the angrier he gets. Furthermore, it has been established that there's seemingly no upper limit to how strong the Hulk can become. Now, just to give you an idea of how strong the Hulk is, he held up a mountain weighing 150 billion tons in Secret Wars number 4. And in the Planet Hulk storyline, the Hulk's able to prevent a planet from exploding by holding its tectonic plates together. And so strength of this magnitude presents an obvious problem when trying to kill the Hulk, as it makes him nearly impossible to defeat in battle. Now, throughout his 50-plus year history, the Hulk has battled several of the strongest characters in Marvel Comics and has emerged victorious in the vast majority of these contests thanks not only to his unparalleled strength, but to his elite-level durability and his regenerative healing factor. Now, just to run through some examples of the ridiculous durability of the Hulk, he's twice survived the blast from a gamma bomb in Incredible Hulk number 144 and Tales to Astonish number 62, he survived a nuclear bomb explosion in Incredible Hulk number 440, and he endured an attack from the Human Torch, hitting him at full force with supernova level powers, and walked away without a scratch in Fantastic Four number 534. Just to clarify, Johnny Storm blasted him with energy equivalent to the temperature of an exploding sun, and it did not damage the Hulk. Now, there are also several moments where Hulk's extremely potent healing factor is put on display, and we'll run over just a few of those here so you can get an idea of how ludicrously fast he's actually able to heal. During an encounter with a villain called Vector, Hulk actually has all of his skin and muscle tissue melted off his body and is able to regenerate all of it in a matter of moments in Incredible Hulk number 398. during the Future Imperfect event written by Peter David, the Hulk battles an evil future version of himself known as the Maestro. Now during the battle, Maestro manages to break the Hulk's neck. However, not only does the Hulk not die, but he heals completely within a few days. So while exactly how fast the Hulk can heal does vary a bit depending on who's writing the story, what we can say definitively is that the Hulk is able to heal from almost any physical injury incredibly quickly. And so yeah, it's not hard to see why killing the Hulk is a task that seems to be, at the very least, extremely difficult and perhaps even impossible. So, is it even possible to kill the Hulk? Well, to get our answer, we will have to look at the comics to see if it's ever happened. As far as I've been able to tell, there have only been 3 instances of the Hulk dying in Marvel Comics. The first of these happens in Incredible Hulk number 444, and a tie-in issue to the X-Men Onslaught saga written by Peter David. And what happens here is that Cable and Storm team up to take on the Hulk, with Cable hitting the Hulk with a telepathic jolt, while Storm zaps his brain with lightning. Now, while the intention here was to reboot the Hulk's brain to free it from Onslaught's control, it actually ends up killing him. However, Storm resuscitates the Hulk with an electrical pulse to his heart. Now, the other 2 times that the Hulk has died are actually somewhat controversial, as they aren't the mainline version of the Incredible Hulk. For instance, at the conclusion of the Future Imperfect storyline, the Maestro, again the future version of Hulk, is transported back in time to the moment when Bruce Banner was originally transformed into the Hulk by the explosion of the Gamma Bomb, and Maestro is actually killed in the blast. But since this is a future alternate version of Hulk, and since the mainline Hulk has survived Gamma Bomb explosions on more than one occasion, this does not seem like a plausible way to kill him. Finally, we have another version of the Hulk dying during the Old Man Logan storyline written by Mark Miller. In this storyline, the Hulk has become a supervillain that rules his own section of the country on the West Coast. And how we see the Hulk die in this story is that he literally eats Wolverine, but Wolverine is able to heal inside the Hulk's stomach and disembowels him from the inside out. So yeah, it's extremely gross, but it's actually pretty awesome. But once again, this is not in mainline continuity, but this version of the Hulk does seem to be on a power level similar to the Hulk of the Earth 616 universe. So it's not outside the realm of possibility that this could be a viable way to kill the Hulk. Now, in addition to these instances, there are a couple of examples of times the Hulk has been defeated in battle, but not killed. I want to draw your attention to one of these instances because from it, we can actually see a potential way for the Hulk to be killed. The event that I'm referring to happens in Fantastic Four number 166, where the Hulk battles the entire Fantastic Four team. Of particular interest to us, though, is Susan Storm, because in this issue, she uses her power to create force fields to completely encapsulate the Hulk's head, thus cutting off his airflow. Now, this is instrumental in allowing the Fantastic Four to defeat the Hulk, and it stands to reason that if the Hulk needs to breathe to survive, which this does seem to indicate, that Susan could actually have killed him by continuing to cut off his air supply. And so with that in mind, it's pretty clear that there are a few scenarios that would actually result in the Hulk being killed, and probably fewer which would render the Hulk's death permanent due to his aggressive healing factor. And so I think your best bet is to find some way to power him down to his human form and take him out from there. But if you guys can think of anything that I missed in these comics or in this video, make sure you post a comment below. If you guys are new here to Comics Explained, hit the subscribe button to become part of the Rob Corps. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like because YouTube's algorithm. And yeah, I will catch you all later. Peace.